All right, top of the morning to you, September 30th. Happy Winning Day. Yeah, today is going to be all about the Jonathan Abram show. So this is the Jonathan Abram show. Do, 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 do. Okay, without further ado, because I want to make all my videos as quick as possible, seeing that I have class, kids, and so much more. So I just really try to get in my thoughts and how do things try before or after my days. So without no further ado, let's just jump straight into my thoughts on Jonathan Abram and the game. I am not mad at that game, and usually I can like have a bad mouth towards a lot of people, players, not so much towards the player, but towards the situation. Now, I want to be as mad, but I'm not as mad about the loss as I am seeing Jonathan Abram. Jonathan Abram is my piece of cake. He is my late at night snack, but at the same time, I am not gonna overlook the performance that was done on the field. I also went in on Damon Arnett, the first game because of the showboating. And I did, strap my boots on, apologize, and, did all of those things because he did correct himself. And from every game thus far, he corrected himself or done what he said, what he, supposed to do since he been, on the field or since that game. Now, I get it. Jonathan Abram is just saying, like, you know what, it could happen to any one of us. These defaults, these situations that happen. But if we all can go back, if we all remember what exactly how it was on the field. I watched him, Jonathan Abram, one of the tackles that could have, set them back a little further. See, it's the things that we be thinking like, okay, we can let this pass or don't go too serious. That's what gains them more yards. If you look back, Jonathan Abram cuts on the outside instead of cutting to the end towards the man, which allowed him to get further out on the inside. He has another time where he going in to tackle and passes a person. He go in, and another time he go in to tackle and let the running back straight past him because he goes out. He was actually going after the quarterback. But I seen his eyes look at the running back, like, or the fullback, like, boom, just go. And that was kind of shocking, and I know it can happen to any one of us, but we have to look at it like then in every other game till now. You locking eyes with certain people, even though you want the quarterback, even though you want all of these different things, but showing us or saying like, I feel like you saying like it can happen to any one of us the way it happened to Arnett, but at the same time, it's like you allowing it to happen. Yeah, we know that everybody isn't going to be at their strongest a lot of times, but they're not going to let this much pass through. These are the type of things that I really be looking at the whole game to look at like, come on now, I hope you're not the one that somebody's getting in their ear about an extra paycheck or allowing this to slide, because I cannot stand anybody that can get paid off of what's not right. I look at it like it's y'all time to shine. And even though, regardless of how we look at it, Patriots have always been the league's baby. So certain stacks they not finna let you above. Certain stacks they not finna, because just like if you was dominated, just like all of our stacks, when they do like the John Madden, when they put all the stacks up from whatever they think it is, half of the stacks ain't even good, but they're going to give it to the American Dream Team or the American whatever it is. You're going to get on them, but you're not going to get above them. And I think that's what's crappier about certain situations. When I used to be really in tune, you could tell when somebody is like not playing their best. Like I said, everybody look at a situation like it's different, but did anybody pay attention to, like I said, one of the last games when Carr want to constantly throw it to certain people? That means you're not even here for the growth of your team. You're only there for the growth of individual stacks, which don't even bring up the team. So that is shocking. So to watch him play and only shoot towards certain people when you have a whole line of people that's also there to protect, because like I said, the game that we played with the Broncos in the last season. The last season we had an open man, and he still didn't go for it. So I see that you're going for who you want and whatever. Okay, this is a Jonathan Abram show because I want to get back to him because it is so serious about how he played. I feel like he dummied down his skills, not just to show that we all make mistakes, but it had to be way up here because it ain't nowhere in hell a defense, a person like Jonathan Abram who wants to, boom, do the sideline pop, who wants to knock you off your whatever, or not so much as harm you, but want you to feel what he got. So as a person that's always shooting out there, and now I see this season he's really been on his mental, with the whole tunnel vision on how he want to play. So like I said, his whole energy, everything being like kind of like submerged within his body. It's like I don't know, and I hate to be looking at somebody like they would throw a game or get paid for that, because when you look at him, when I seen him turn to the outside instead of cutting in on the man, I already knew something was up. And then when I seen him do that quarterback, even though he thought he was gonna get the quarterback, he still allowed the running back to run past him, and I was just looking like, what is it? You can't go after the team. The team, I feel like, tried to step up. Arnett did a great job. But Jonathan Abram allowed so much to get past him. And I don't know if it's one of those league things where they find one person and they just tell them to, like, you don't have to do all this. You don't have to throw this, but just slow it down. If it comes to you and you being open, don't tackle a man. Don't touch him. Don't do this. Don't do that. So those are the things that I have mentally there, because it's like, I don't get he always going straight forward. So anything he put his mind on and put his hands on, he got it. So to know that it wasn't even a touch like that, and to know that that whole dive when he went to, tackle a receiver and he like dived past him. It was almost like it's just too gimmick, and I don't like it. That's why I'm not mad at the loss, because I feel like we have the skills, and now the skills is trying to accommodate some of the things that are now, mind you, we must keep in mind that it is very important the whole time. Al Davis had this. He had problems with the league, how much the league was actually trying to look for areas where they can shut them down, not just within these not just within on the field and with the referees, but with the players as well. This shit is not over, because we still dealing with the league that will not allow certain things to come in. Y'all can't even battle on some of the things that y'all want. Y'all can't even take y'all real life serious because the league ain't going for that. You know what I mean? You can't even kneel for your life, but you can keep on getting out here. You could break a neck, a leg, and be mentally, probably disabled for the rest of your life. But that's all they need you for. That's all they want. It's your decision. Shit. But that's all I'm saying. When you look at the situation like that and you see what type of league, if you have been a Raider fan for a very long time, you see what type of games that the league play with the Raiders. And even though Gruden is coming from the same place that I'm talking about, it's still within. It's like Raiders are not supposed to. No, Raiders should be on top. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm a realist. Raiders should be on top. We always possess the skills that'll get us further. And the cool thing about it is we always possess something that gets underneath of the skills that other people have. Like we have came across so many, like LT, they like Strobe, everybody that have these skills that we still have to, do and get all around.
Mommy,
now to watch him
get some chips.
Yeah, to watch him was very, very, very surprising, and it was mouth dropping. And like I said, I'm not mad at the game. I am mad at the way that he did play, because like I said, maybe he's just trying to make it feel like it could be anybody's game. Anybody can play like that. Oh, it's not worth it. Or maybe to see how everybody's going to get into his ass because he's so loved. But at the same time, it's like, shit. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apologize to Arnett, because Arnett picked up in every way where he dropped off. And not to say that he's like, really throwing himself in there. He is taking his time and he makes sure that, it's comfortable for him, whether it's a tackle, whether it's whatever, chasing somebody down, whatever it is. It's comfortable for him and he corrects, certain things. Watching Jonathan Abram, I feel like it was just like a nonchalant thing. Like he's showing his men like it could be anybody at any given time. But I feel like the Patriots should not have you should not have took that chance on the Patriots. I feel like the Patriots needed to feel, because they've always been sheltered, and not saying it like that, because he's sheltered they need to. No, because I know that they always do some sneaky underlining shit, but yet the league allowed them to. I mean, Brady's a prostitute. No. But the league just allows so much to happen for them. So, you know what? Without further ado, I am going to have to just end this little 10-minute video of my man. Because, yes, I love Jonathan Abram. But at the same time, I'm not going to overlook anything that I'm actually seeing on the field. Because then I won't be right to myself. I'm so quick to get into everybody's ass. And from thus far, Jonathan haven't, showed anything that would be like, oh, my God, he's subject to let this go, let this go.
I want picture.
He's subject to let this go, let this go. That's fine. So, but it's just the point. It's not him. It's not him.
Pictures are eating.
And I want to go hard, but that wasn't the game. That was him making a choice to play that way. That was not the game. So, the reasons I want to be mad, I can't even get him to come out. And then on top of that, with the game, I feel like the whole league, everybody should be getting in the Patriots' ass, because the Patriots aren't that good. They do have skills. Now, they do always. They get skills. They get players from, here and there. But at the same time, it's like, don't ever doubt us. We here for the taking. You know what I mean? We've allowed everybody to get everything that they wanted out the way. The league, everybody. To the point to where, like, you know what I mean? Now we need to make a stance to where, like, it just, no more games. No more games. And I truly feel like he nonchalantly let that go. He nonchalantly let every play go. Maybe I don't want to think that way. That's why I'm so not going so hard, because I want to think like, I don't want to think like he is getting paid to do something like that. I'm paying, because it don't take nothing to throw extra dollars in somebody's check or give them a side money, side cash, side whatever for the job that you're doing, especially if don't nobody on your team know. And we know you as a beast, and you still going forward to go and attack people, but you just not putting that oomph on it, and you just not, it's like you're not even trying. Yeah, we see you there, we see you right there at the tackle, but that only brings me back to the way I spoke about Arnett. It's almost like you put yourself in a position to show like, oh, it could happen with anybody, but it felt like it was a choice that you made. It wasn't something that just got past you. It wasn't something that just got beyond you. It was a choice that you made, and it felt like that was a choice you made on a field to play a game like that. And it didn't seem like it was just off of genuinely playing. I mean, when you watch a person's skills in and off the field, it's mind-boggling to see something like that. I didn't watch the post-game pressers. I feel like I'm probably going to have to go back into that before I do my coming off the line with those. But, yeah. That's crazy. I don't want, like I said, I'm not mad. It's just I'm looking at it like, is this a choice that you're making? Do you really want to be in somebody's pocketbook like this? Because it's going to be a game to where you really want, and you really want to win. But the league have its eyes set on the skills, not just for this year, or the stacks, not just for this year, but for next year too. And not just for that, but for the game too. Because in the games, they also have they also have teams where they want on top. That's how we get faulty ass stacks. That's how we get all of this stuff.
Everybody done play every team in this league. And as we can play, we can see when we're getting the best of them. We can see when we're doing this and this and this and this and this. And as you can see on games, the stats just don't meet up. So they're never the same. And that's okay. That's why, like, when I used to play the game, or when I used to play Madden all the time, and I used to play with men, I never sat down and played with women. So I used to play with men, but to know, I've always had the Raiders. I used to play with the Raiders no matter what. And to know, you know what I mean, when you get those skills, or when you have, like, certain shit going on, that's like if you really going off of the skills, and you have a game, but then they go off of individual stacks. And even if see, it's all a whole fuckery. Like I said, when you get so many going to here and here and here, it's like it's confusing with certain people. And then when I look at men, I look at a lot of men, like, even though I'm a woman and I'm not everybody's cup of tea, it's like, God damn, some of you men don't even know what you're talking about. Some of you men, you in love for sports because you're a man, but you don't even follow the sports. You don't know shit about sports. This shit is wild. And you got the nerve to be looking at me like, oh, because I have these and I don't know what I'm talking about. No, I know what I'm talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Not for I have to probably cut some of this video. Okay, so I'm about to wrap it up because I'm in a minute, more than a minute. But in a little bit, I'll have class, so I'm going to try to do at least one more video dealing with maybe the pressers. I'm going to do a video dealing with the pressers, and then I'm going to probably just get on with my whole day. So with that being said, that game there for Jonathan Abram was a choice. I don't feel like he went all out and put his skills on the table, for us to really get that. But if you watch previous my videos, you know how much I look at the league and how much they play with the refs, how much they play with the players, and how much it just is that. But not for one will I ever look at a situation where it's not being tainted. Because if you know somebody's skills and that's just like when you watch a quarterback. If you know that quarterback can actually shoot that bullet, do all these things, but then they, hold him back and do. Oh, that's going to bring me to a rant video. Okay, let me go ahead and just kill this. Hopefully you guys have a great day. And remember, have a happy Winnerness Day. Oh, God.